midterm it started from unit 3 to 5.
Unit Unit 2 is about literature review, right? So I cannot ask anything about literature review, but maybe I can give you some written literature. You have to tell whether the reference given is correct or not. You get my point?
Okay. Yes, Mr. For submitted for literature. Which week?
For assignment 1, you are talking about?
About, yes, assignment 1.
Maybe week 11, week 12 is fine.
Okay, Mr.
After week 10, it is okay whenever you submit. I will put the submission link next week, inshallah, but you can submit it in week 10, 11, because maybe now you can finish that. Okay. Yeah, Mohammed Said, I was saying that in terms of literature review, maybe I will give 4 or 5 lines of literature review and the inline reference like Said et al. 2009 is given. And I may just ask whether this is written correctly or not, or if there is some problem. So you know that et al. Will come after when we have more than 2 authors. You know that the last name of 2 authors will come if there are 2 authors only. If there is 1 author, only the last name of the first author will come, right? So only the way this can be, because literature review I cannot ask you in the exam. Okay, so last time around we were talking about now you know what is sampling. So population is there, and based on that population you have samples. Now for the questionnaire, you need to know some important things. First of all, questionnaire will be with, it can have different type of questions. So if you see the slide, you can see there are factual questions, there are opinion questions. What are factual questions? Factual questions are those questions which are affect, for example, your age, your education, your income, your family income, you live in a city or a village, your location, how many years of experience you have. These are those type of things which cannot change. We call them factual questions. For how long you watch TV? This is a factual question. That means this is your habit that you watch TV. For how long you do exercise? For how many hours you do exercise? This is your habit. This is which cannot be changed easily. So we call these type of questions as factual questions. Factual questions. And there are some questions which will be in the form of opinion. Please pay attention to this lecture because this may be very useful for you for your quiz too. Because it is very easy. You know many things before, but I am just refreshing your thing that you how to make a question and what type of questions are there. Opinion questions are like this. Do you think studying economics or English is very important? Now you are asked about your opinion. And when there are opinion questions and they are close-ended means I will give you some options, choices. Then opinion questions come with Likert scale. I'm putting it in the chat box. What is a Likert scale? Likert scale is like this: strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, I will tell at the end. Please let me do the lecture. Give the lecture first, and we will do that. Strongly disagree. So this scale is called Likert scale. Some researchers, they can make it, this is 5-point Likert scale. 5 points are there, right? Some can make it 6 points, 7 points, up to 11 points. This can be from 3 points to 11 points. For the opinion questions which are close-ended, we always use Likert scale. You should keep this in mind. Likert scale is only used for opinion-based questions. Okay, if they are close-ended, whether you agree to it or whether you disagree to it. Okay, so what is close-ended and open-ended? Remember, your factual question will be either close-ended or open-ended, or your opinion question can be close-ended or open-ended. If there are choices, that means it is close-ended. If I have given, or if you have given a fill in the blank that the respondent can write anything about it, then it is an open-ended question. Open-ended questions are normally for suggestions, if you want to take some suggestions. So let us take some examples. Factual question. Your father education. This is a factual question. And can you tell me, is it a close-ended one or open-ended? There are 5 options to it. Is it close-ended or open-ended? Close-ended. Good. This is close-ended question because choices are there. Yes, this is a close-ended question. So, what about the second one? This is also factual. What is the estimated income of your family or your income? So, it is also a close-ended question. Had it been no option and just a fill in the blank, then it would have been a open-ended question. Good. Now, second one is opinion question. Speaking English is important these days. So they are asking your opinion about it. And look, this is strongly disagree, disagree, neutral, agree, strongly agree. This is a Likert scale, close-ended. I told you, if it is an opinion-based question, then if you want to close it, then the options should be in the form of a Likert scale. Remember, this scale is called a Likert scale. Likert is the second name, last name of the scientist who first proposed this scale. Okay, close-ended, now you know if it has options. How many hours do you spend watching TV every day? By the way, can you tell me, is it a factual question or opinion question? It's an opinion question. Sama said, I told that open-ended question will be having they will have no option choices. Okay. No choice will be there. Only the fill in the blanks will be there. You can write anything about it. Let's say I ask you, for how many hours do you like TV? And then there is no option and just fill in the blank. You can write, I watch it for 6 to 7 hours normally. This is an open-ended question. But see this question, this is a factual question. Wafa, this is a factual question, should be a factual question. How many hours do you, is this your opinion or is this your habit? Watching TV is a habit or opinion? It's a habit. Habit means it's a factual question and it is close-ended. Why? Because there are options, 1 to 2 hours, 3 to 4 hours, 5 to 6 hours or more than 6 hours. You have to choose any one of them. You cannot put your own option here. So you have to choose one of them. That is why it is close-ended. But the question itself is factual, not opinion. Yeah, because factual means your habit or some fact. So this is your habit, not an opinion. Good. Okay, moving forward. Open-ended question would be like this. Why do you prefer to have on your business? With whom you want to do your business? And there is a fill in the blank. That means you can write anything here. This is an open-ended question. Okay. Can you tell me what type of a question do you think it is? I think it's an opinion-based. It's your preference. Preference means your opinion. whether you want to do business with some person or not. So this is an opinion-based kind of a question, which is open-ended. Now, in terms of close-ended questions, we have 5 types which were proposed by Bassett 2010. So there was a research paper by Bassett in 2010, and he proposed these 5 options, 5 types of close-ended questions, 5 types. Factual should be number, not necessarily number. Yeah, but the options will be there. If a factual question can be open-ended or close-ended. Factual question means some habit or some fact about the respondent. For example, the income, education, where do you live, what do you do, what is your pocket money, let's say. This is a factual question. Do you like to drink coffee? Now, this is not opinion, this is your habit, whether you like to drink coffee or not. So this is something which is a fact. So these type of questions are there. Okay, so not necessarily a number. Okay, so close-ended questions can be of 5 types: dichotomous, rating, multiple choice, ranking, and quantity. Inshallah, today I will show you one questionnaire as well, so you can see what is inside there, and you can also find the problems in that. Dichotomous. Di means 2. Di means 2. Keep this in mind. So dichotomous means in this close-ended question, you will have only 2 options. Only 2 options will be there. Yes or no, or 1 or 2 type of a thing. So see the example. Do you teach full-time? And there are only 2 options, yes or no. So this is a dichotomous question. But can you tell me what is the type of this question? Is it factual or opinion? Do you teach full-time? Whether you teach full-time or whether you teach part-time. So what do you think? Is it an opinion or a fact? Is it a factual question or opinion question? A fact. Good. Because it is not opinion. Opinion means you give some suggestion. This is what you do, whether you teach full-time or whether you teach part-time. So this is your habit or kind of your something what you do. This is your occupation. So it is a factual question or a fact. It is not opinion. Opinion means suggestion. Do you agree to it or not? Opinions are like that. That is why I told you for opinion-based questions, you will always have the option of agree or disagree. Not like this. Okay, so this is another point. So yes or no. So there are only 2 options. Do you study in a private university or government university? So there are 2 options. So you will call this as a dichotomous question. By the way, this question is also a fact. You study in a university or not, private university or government university. This is a fact that whether you study there or not, this is not your opinion. Good. So this is a dichotomous question. Questions having 2 options. Now, what is the difference between multiple choice question? Multiple choice questions, you will have more than 2 options. If there are more than 2 options, you will call them multiple choice question. Remember, there is one difference between multiple choice questions and rating questions. Rating question is for opinion question. And see the rating. Strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree. This is what we called as Likert scale. This is also multiple choice. These are more than 2 options. But remember, rating question or a Likert based question is only for opinion based question. Here you cannot give any other option than these ones. Whereas in multiple choice question, you will have a factual question having different choices. How old are you? This is a factual question. Under 26 years, 26 to 30, 31 to 35, 36 to 40, or maybe 40 plus is also another option. These are multiple choice. Multiple choice is used for factual questions, and the options will not be agree or disagree kind of a thing. But in opinion-based question, you will have the Likert scale, and we call them as rating questions. Rating questions. These ones. Please see the difference. This is multiple choice. Multiple choice question is a factual question having different options. Whereas rating is an opinion question. See, all organizations employing more than 25 people should provide a free creche for their employee children, that they should provide free education and health education. So what is your opinion? Do you agree to it or not? So this is Likert scale, and this is an opinion question. These type of questions are called rating questions. Rating questions. Whereas a factual question with more than two options is called a multiple choice question. Do you get my point? Factual question, if more than two options, multiple choice. Opinion questions having Likert scale, we call it rating question. Is this point clear? In your questionnaire, you will use more Likert scale questions. That means opinion-based questions. Opinion-based questions. Is this point clear? Do you know that what is a rating question? Rating question will always have Likert scale, and the question will always be an opinion question. Whereas multiple choice questions is for factual questions. And what is multiple choice? That there will be more than two choices to select. Dichotomous, only two choices. Is my point clear? Or do you have any confusion? You can get it cleared right now.
Can you repeat, Mr. Please?
Okay. So dichotomous means two options, right? Yes or no, or two options will be there. You need to choose one of them. So dichotomous is easy. Then there are multiple choice questions having more than two choices. Now, more than two choices can also be there in Likert scale. Likert scale have 5 choices, right? So it is also multiple choice. But if a question has Likert scale, then the question must be an opinion, because you agree or disagree to it. So this question must be opinion question. And those type of questions having Likert scale and they are opinion questions, we call them rating questions. Okay, so rating means Likert scale, and you give Likert scale only for the opinion-based question. Now, what about multiple choice questions in which there is no Likert scale? If there is no Likert scale, then there are options, different options, more than two. So this is for a factual question. So the simple rule is, if for a factual question you have more than two options, you will call it a multiple choice question. Or for an opinion-based question, if you have a Likert scale, you will call that question as a rating scale. Rating questions are very common for questionnaire. Rating questions. That means strongly agree, disagree questions are very common for questionnaire. Most of your questions in your survey will be rating questions. Most of them will be rating questions. Rating questions will be there.
Sir, for rating, just We have agree and disagree.
5 things now. Most of the time we use 5-point Likert scale. Likert scale can be 3 points. Agree, neutral, disagree. Okay. If there are only 2 options, let's say agree and disagree, then this is dichotomous question. Only 2 options, right? Dichotomous question. But Likert scale means 3 and more options. Likert scale means 3 and more options. 3 means agree, neutral, disagree. If you are using this, even this is a rating scale. If you are using 5, like strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree, this is also a Likert scale and rating question. Do you get my point? You can have 7. In some research papers, you will see 7-point Likert scale as well. Likert scale is possible from 3 to 11 points. So Likert scale is possible from 3 to 11 points. But normally what we use normally we use 3 to 11, and 3 to 11 means, but normally we use 5-point Likert scale. What is a 5-point Likert scale? Strongly agree, let's say you can start it like, or strongly disagree. Then disagree. This is second. Third one is neutral. Fourth one is agree. And fifth one is strongly agree. Normally we use this for opinion-based questions or rating questions. We use 5-point Likert scale. Marva, I didn't understand. Like this chapter we don't have. What does it mean? This is on the blackboard. This chapter is on the blackboard. Unit 5, collecting quantitative data. Let me open the blackboard here. Let me tell you where is it. This is section 40. I will open the blackboard for with you people. I will go to the content. Unit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I know
Mr. The
what you
screen
are
is
saying.
stuck, Mr. Can you repeat it? Present it again, Mr.
Okay, let me present it again. Okay, I'm just looking at the blackboard. Let me check what is inside unit 5. This is what you are saying. Unit 5. In unit 5, I have research proposal. Okay, so you don't use unit 5, research proposal, on the blackboard. Go to unit 6. Let me check unit 6. Yeah, unit 6 we haven't done. So this one is on the blackboard. If you see unit, where is this one? Unit 1. Yes, you are right. Maybe there is some issue with the numbering. Yes, there is some issue with the numbering. So I will just edit this one. Thank you for telling me. And let me tell you what to do. Let me check now. Let me go to the content again. Why is it happening? I don't know. Why? I couldn't see it again. Okay, let me build a new content in that case. No, build a new one. Fix it here. Quantitative, qualitative. Why? Why I couldn't change it? Let me build a content again. Unit 5A. Yes, you were right. These slides were not there. This unit 5 slides were not there. I have just uploaded it. Let me check and then tell you what is the name of this one.
So, Mustafa, just download the new one.
Don't use unit 5 on the Blackboard. That unit 5 is only research proposal. So this is not something which will come in the exam. I am just uploading it with the name of unit 5A. Unit 5A. Blackboard is taking some time. Let me upload it, then I will confirm it that it is there. Yeah, I have submitted it. Okay. Unit 5A created. Now you can see unit 5A. Now I believe it is coming in your at the last. I can see the student view. So you can see it at the last. Unit 5A. Do not use unit 5. Use unit 5A. And the previous one also, which one is the previous one? Before that we discussed, let me check, unit 4, it is okay. Literature review, unit 4 is okay. I just talked about, okay, you talked about, you are talking about sampling one. Okay, that one is unit, that one is only that thing, only that chart, because we haven't studied that unit fully, but we just talked about the sampling technique. Okay, that is there in your Blackboard. Let me tell you which one is that. That one is sampling unit. Okay, let me check. You are saying sampling is not there as well. You may be right. Yeah, I think sampling is also not there. Sampling is also not there. So unit 7, select a different file, browse my computer. Um, um, Why there is a need to send them all again? I'm just editing it, so you will get the files now. Let me tell you which one is this unit. Now you can see that sampling part in unit 7. Yes, that sampling part is in unit 7. So you have to check unit 5A. Don't use unit 5. This is nothing. And unit 7 for sampling chart. Thank you. I will do that. I will check with the other sections as well. If they have the same issue, I will change their slides as well. Thank you. I don't know why did this happen. Now it's okay. Now it's okay. So you will use unit 5A, which is this one, which we are doing right now, and unit 7 for only for the sampling chart, which we discussed on Sunday. And thank you for it. Thank you for telling.
Where I can find unit 7, Mr. The same in content?
Same unit 7. Unit 7 will be the same. I just edited the file inside. I have changed the file. Now you can see unit 7. I'm in the student view in my Blackboard. Unit 7 is sampling PPT. So the sampling PowerPoint slides are there now. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So moving forward. The slides which I am sharing with you right now, this one is unit 5A in your Blackboard. Don't use unit 5. Unit 5 we have done nothing because this is research proposal. So this is the same thing for your research report. So there is nothing inside that. So anyway, you will use unit 5A for your exam purpose. This one is unit 5A. I have put it as unit 5A. Okay, so now you know about multiple choice questions, you know about dichotomous question, and you know about rating question. There is another type of question which is known as ranking question. Ranking questions. Ranking questions mean that you have to give a rank. Rank means, see this question. What features of research method modules that you have recently completed were useful? So you have to give 1, 2, and 3. Maybe lectures 1, handouts 2, recommended reading 3. Someone will say handouts 1, recommended reading 2, or lectures 3. So you have to give the priority. You have to give the ranking. Ranking can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If there are more options, means more ranks. These type of questions are not very common. These type of questions are not very common. Ranking questions in a questionnaire. Okay. So you just need to know that one means you can put it in the box. Look, see the example. Please indicate your priority by putting a number in box. 3 for the highest priority. That means 3 is the best. 1 for the lowest priority. You can do the other way around. You can say 1 for the highest priority and 3 for the lowest priority. Or if there are 5 options, what will that be? 1 for the highest priority and 5 for the lowest priority, or other way around as well. It is up to you. Please do not use the same number twice. That means you cannot put 1 1 on 2 or 2 2 on two options. You have to use one number for one option in order to indicate the priority. These type of questions are not very common. Common questions are multiple choice. Yeah, okay. Common questions are multiple choice and rating questions. Ranking questions means you need to rank. So you will have 3 or 4 options, and the researcher in his survey would tell you that 1 means highest or 5 means lowest. That would be given. That would be given. So you have to put the rank. Okay, who is 1, what is 2, what is 3, as per your understanding. So ranking questions means you have to rank the choices. You have to rank the choices. And you cannot give the same number to 2 choices. Like you are saying lecture is 1, that means the highest priority. Then you are saying handouts are also 1. No, you have to change the rank. Okay, so these are the ranking type of questions. These are not common. These are not common. And then there is a last type, which is a quantity question. Quantity means number. And just see the question. How many students are there in your class? You would think that this is an open-ended question because there is a fill in the blank. But this is close-ended. Why? Because you can only give a number like 0, 10, 20, 30, whatever are the strength of students in your class. How many teachers are there in your college? You can just give a number. So that is why these are called quantity questions. These are close-ended, remember. There is no choice in it, but you have to give just a number here. Just a number here. So there are no choice to it, but still you have to just give one number. Quantity questions are also not very common. So quantity questions and ranking questions are not very common. Most common questions are multiple choice for factual type of questions, and of course, rating questions for opinion-based questions. So these are the 5 types of questions. Do you need any clarity in it? Or is it okay? Open will be without any choice. You are mixing 2 things. You are mixing 2 things. Factual question can be close-ended. Opinion question can be close-ended. If opinion question is close-ended, that means choices are there, then it can only be a Likert scale. There is no other option. So if I say, if I ask you, I give you an option right now. Okay, let me use a paint screen in order to clarify your concept. You are mixing 2 things, which we shouldn't do. Paint screen. Okay. Okay, let me share with you a paint screen. Why there are two paint screens? One should be there. Okay. Okay. Now you can see a paint screen. I have put up one question. Okay, let me increase the font of this one. Soft drink is an essential part of my meal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the scale is 1 means agree. Let me put the scale as well. Let me copy it from a questionnaire. Agree totally means strongly agree. This is the scale. First of all, tell me what type of a question is this one?
Rating, Mr.
Soft
Type.
drink.
Rating.
Yeah, what?
Rating.
Rating. This is a rating type question. But yeah, so you are right. But what is this? This question itself. Is it an opinion question or factual question?
Opinion.
Opinion. Opinion question. This is opinion question. And just see, before filling, checking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 means you strongly agree. 4 means you agree. 3 means you do not, there is neutral, you are neutral. 2 means you agree, you disagree actually. I have to write it disagree. Or 1 means you strongly disagree. Let's say this is the same Likert scale. So this is an opinion question, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have to choose one of them. This is a rating question. This is a rating question. Is it open-ended or close-ended? Close-ended. This is close-ended question because there are options to it. Major Sultan, this is not ranking. Ranking means you have to choose. There are 4. Ranking will be like this. Okay, let me show you the ranking. Ranking would be in which you will select 1, 2, 3, 4. There will be 4 or 5 options, and you have to choose for them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to rank them as per your priority. For example, let me make one question here. Rank your priority. Okay, rank your priority. The options are exercise, number 2, sleep, number 3, study, number 4, going out with friends. Okay, these are the 4 options, and rank your priority means I will say 1 for highest priority and 4 for lowest priority. What does it mean? It means if for me study is the most important one, I will say it 1. If exercise is second one for me, I will say it 2. If sleep is the third most important thing for me, I will say it 3. And going out with friends, let's say this is 4. And you can have your own priority. This is ranking question now. This is ranking question. You have to rank the choices with in the order which is given. One for the highest, or let's say if it is four for the highest priority and one for the lowest. It is also possible. It is up to you. How do you make the question? Mohammed says you can see the above question. Soft drink is an essential part of my meal. What do you think? This is your suggestion. You need to suggest. You need to agree with it or disagree and see the scale for it. 5, strongly agree. 4, agree. 3, neutral. 2, you disagree. And 1, you do not. Or you can change the wording. You can write only strongly disagree.
Mister,
Yes.
rank always become opinion questions. That's right.
Yeah, but ranking means you have to, yes, it will be an opinion type of a
Choose the
question.
perfect one for you,
Yeah, which is the best one for you. So you have to
best
give
suited for
one,
you,
two,
and
three, four numbering. You have to
it's
give
depend
one, two, three,
on
four.
you. That's mean rank.
Yes, the ranking will
Okay.
change. Same question if I ask you, your ranking could be different.
So,
Same questions
Mister,
if other response.
the factual question. Can you give us example of factual questions?
Yes, with multiple choice. Okay.
It shows here black screen, Mister.
Yes,
Black
I'm
screen.
I'm black screen. Let me share it again then. Okay, let me share the screen again just to show you the. Okay, see this question. What is your monthly income or pocket money? This is a multiple choice question, but this is a factual question, right? Your pocket money or your monthly income. Less than 5,000, from 5,000 to 25,000, from 25,000 to 50,000 or 50,000 and above. These are the four options. You have to choose one. This is a multiple type question, multiple choice question. But the question itself is a factual question. Do you get my point?
Yes, Mister. Yes. Now I get this point.
Is it clear to other students as well? So opinion question always with a Likert scale if it is close-ended. Factual question with if you can have two options in it, you can have, so it will be dichotomous, or it can have more than two options, like 4 or 5 options in it. You will not call it rating question, you will call it MCQs. Is this point clear? And ranking means you have to give 1, 2, 3, 4 ranking to your question. Yeah, okay, I will show you the questionnaire as well. Just give me a minute. Okay. So if this point is clear, let me move forward to some other things. So
Yes,
now you
it's clear.
know what is, yeah, okay. So if there are, you know now about the 5 types. One important thing you should know about the questionnaire. Okay. What is a questionnaire? From where the questions will come? This is an important thing which might be coming to your mind. Okay, if I make my own questions, what is the guarantee that these questions will have the reliability? This is an important issue. I'm putting the issue in the chat box. Reliability of a questionnaire. If you make some questionnaire, if you design some questionnaire, many people will ask, what is the reliability of this questionnaire? What is the reliability? Reliability means if I am filling that questionnaire, what I am understanding from that questionnaire, others are understanding the same meaning from that question. And we have no answer to it. Actually, there is an answer. When you make questionnaire, when you make questionnaire for some explanatory study, yes, you never make a questionnaire for exploratory studies. Exploratory study will have qualitative data. That means you have to conduct interviews for it. So interviews are not survey or questionnaires. So when you make questionnaire for explanatory studies. You make questionnaire for explanatory studies. Explanatory studies mean like descriptive study or analytical study. And what is the good thing about them? Many researchers have already worked on them. Yes, many researchers would have worked on them. So you can see their research papers. So what we do in questionnaire in terms of developing your survey, you adopt questions and you adapt questions. Now, what is the difference? Adopt means, for example, I have a study. Study is about issues of medical, or let's say I will make it issues of students, or let me make it more easy. Impact of technology on Omani society. Now, this is the topic. Yes, Sama says agree or disagree is also okay, because agree and disagree, if there are only two options, this is not Likert scale. I told you Likert scale will have three options at least: agree, neutral, disagree. 3 or 5. Most of the time we use 3 or 5. Some people they use 7. Some people they use 3. So if you have only agree and disagree, this must be a dichotomous question. Yes. So not necessarily yes or no. If you want to make it agree or disagree, this is also okay. But remember, if you are making agree or disagree, just think that the above question is not a factual. Agree or disagree means your opinion. So the question must be an opinion. Then you can make two options of agree and disagree. Still, it is a dichotomous question. It is not a Likert scale, because Likert scale has one important characteristic. The characteristic is from 3 to 11 points will be there. At least 3 should be there to call it a Likert scale. Agree, neutral, disagree. If neutral is not there, that means it's dichotomous. Dichotomous still, if you agree or disagree to what? To fact or your suggestion? Suggestion. So opinion question will be there. Then you can make two options, agree or disagree. Or if you have a factual question, then it will be yes or no. If you just want to give two options for some question. Do you get my point? Yes, you can make agree and disagree, but for that, dichotomous question should be a opinion question, not a factual question. If you say, what is your age? No, put it like this. Do you teach full-time or part-time? You will not put option agree and disagree for this question, right? You will say yes or no. This is a factual question. But let's say you want to ask, I like coffee. Let's say this is a question. I like coffee. Now this is, you can agree to it or you can disagree to it. You get my point? So opinion type of a question in which your suggestion is required, whether you like it or not, or whether you agree to it or you do not agree to it. This you can make dichotomous as well, this type of a question. Is it clear? Okay. So I was telling you that for a questionnaire, you never develop new questions. Instead of it, you adopt questions. This is the first thing. How do you adopt questions? How do you adopt questions? You will read the previous research papers. From those research papers, you can see in many research papers which you have searched, the last part, appendix, would have their research questionnaire. Many of them, they give their questionnaire in the appendix. Appendix is the last part of a research paper. So let's say I was talking about the topic, impact of technology on Omani society. This is my research paper. Now, there are many researchers who have talked about impact of technology on different societies. So I read those papers and I came to know that there are two important variables in this research. What are these variables? These variables are technology usage and ease of use. So from those papers, I find these two variables important. For these two variables, I have to make research questions. I have to design research questions. I will not design them. I will adopt them. Adopt means I will see some research papers who have these variables, technology usage and ease of use. And I will pick their questions and I will put it in my questionnaire. This is adoption of questions, adopting the question. Okay, same as it is, I will pick them. Now, when my questionnaire is ready, maybe I will adapt as well. Adapt means maybe I will change the wording of some questions according to my country or context. Maybe I will change the wording of some questions. I don't need to change it. I tell you, this is not plagiarism, first of all. Questionnaire is never plagiarized. In fact, you will tell that technology usage or ease of use I have taken from Salim et al. 2001 or Salim et al. 2020, whichever is the reference. Same questions you can adopt. This is research. In research, this is perfectly okay. And you can adapt as well. Adapt means maybe there are 5 questions for technology usage. Maybe you will say the 5th question is not required for your context. You will delete it. So you have only 4 questions. Maybe for some questions, you will change the wording. This is adapting. So we adopt and adapt questionnaires. Every researcher in the world, when they are designing a questionnaire, they adopt and adapt. Is this point clear? Please be quick to tell me. Is it clear? Adopt and adapt. Yes. And some of you may have confusion in your mind. Mister, we can make new questions. Actually, the problem is with the reliability. Now I tell you what is reliability. If you know what is adopt and adapt, it's okay. You make new questions. You make new questions. First of all, who develops new questions? You can develop new questions only after interview. What I told you before. The first thing is the qualitative research. Qualitative research, then quantitative terms. So in qualitative research, you have interviews. From those interviews, you develop variables and the questions for them. But when you are not doing exploratory research, directly you have to come up to questions. So from where you will take those questions? You will take those questions from the previous research papers. That means you will adopt and adapt. This is what all researchers who are doing quantitative research, they do. Why they do it? Because of the reliability issue. What is reliability? If adopt and adapt is clear to you, I will tell you what is reliability. Reliability means when you give a questionnaire to some respondent, he should be understanding the question same as the other respondent. So what is the process? Let's say your sample size is 300. Let's say for your study, according to the population size, your sample size is 300. You will adopt and adapt questions in your survey and you will give it to 300 people to get it filled. Yeah. So you get a response of 300 samples. Then what will you do? You will put the data in a software which is called SPSS, Statistical Package for Social Sciences. We don't need to use, inshallah, we will use it after week 12. I will show you what is that. You should know about it a bit. But in this software, you will, first thing you will test will be the reliability. And the test name is cron batch alpha. This is a reliability test. At this time, you just know the name, cron batch alpha. This is for reliability. The value should be more than 0.6. The value should be more than 0.6. Some researchers say it is should be more than 0.7. But many researchers, they agree that your cron batch alpha, that means the reliability value for your questionnaire after collecting the data should be more than 0.6. It is okay. Okay. So we don't know how to do it right now, but inshallah we will know about it. But at this time, you just put it in mind. Questionnaire should be reliable. How to know it is reliable or not? Collect data on your questionnaire, check cron batch alpha. If cron batch alpha is more than 0.6, that means your questionnaire is reliable. Otherwise, you have to modify the questions. Your questions are not okay, even if you have adopted and adapted. There are more chances when you adopt that your reliability will be more than 0.6. This is the reason. If you make your own question, there are high chances that the reliability will be less. But if you adopt questions, because those researchers, they have checked the reliability. So if you adopt and adapt, the chances that your reliability will be more than 0.6 is much higher. Is it clear till now? Do you get the point of reliability? You need to check it for your questionnaire after collecting the data. This is the point, and it should be more than 0.6. That is why you are adopting and adapting the question, so that because previous researchers, they would have done it. So if their reliability was high, your reliability, chances that your reliability will be high is also high. SPSS is a software, Statistical Package for Social Sciences. SPSS is a statistical software for quantitative analysis, for quantitative data analysis, we use this software. Inshallah, I will show you later on. But at this time, you should just know about Cron-Batch Alpha. Cron-Batch Alpha is a test for reliability, and its value should be more than 0.6. This is the first test which you will do for your analysis. Is this point clear? SPSS is a software which stands for Statistical Package for Social Sciences, but it is also used for natural sciences. This is just a name, SPSS. Okay. Is this point clear? Now, even if you have adopted and adapted the question, so you have a sample size of 300. So after doing 300 samples, you collect data of 300 samples, you put it on SPSS and you check, and your reliability is 0.5, let's say. What will you do now? What will you do now? So you collected all the samples, 300 samples. Now you put it on SPSS, your data on SPSS, but your reliability came 0.5, which is not acceptable. What should you do now? All the work is wasted. You have to change your questionnaire now, because the questions are not reliable. That is why the reliability is coming low. So your time and cost for collecting 300 samples is wasted. Do you agree or don't agree with this thing? Is there any confusion what I'm saying? I'm saying reliability, I told you that you will collect your samples, you will check the reliability. If reliability is low, what does it mean? It means the questions are not okay. You need to modify your question. You need to modify your question, and the previous 300 samples gone. You have to do it again. Do you understand the point? Are you getting the point what I'm saying? Yeah. So this means there should be some way out. There should be some way out. Yes, there is a way out. We call it a pilot study. Pilot study or pilot run. See the, am I sharing the slide with you? No. Okay. So let me share the slide with you so that you can. In your slide, there are different methods given, but I will just pinpoint one method, which is a pilot study. And that is the best method for saving you time. Okay. So the piloting the questionnaire or pilot study. There is no method given here, but I will tell you the method. So please listen to the method very carefully. It's a very easy method. So what will you do? You will go for a pilot study. Pilot study means just when you design your questionnaire, just circulate 30 questionnaires, 30 survey only. 30 or 35, not more than that. So you have a sample size of 300 or 400 or 250 or 250, whatever is that. You will only circulate 30 questionnaires, only 30. This is a pilot study. When you collect those 30 questionnaires back, you will put the data in SPSS and you will check the reliability. If reliability is more than 0.6, no problem. Now you can give another 270 sample questionnaires and collect your 300 samples. Or if it is 250 sample, you can give 220 more. But if reliability is less than, let's say it is 0.5, then in that case, only 30 questionnaires are wasted. Only 30 questionnaires are wasted. Yes, you have to redesign your questions now because the reliability is low, but only 30 samples are wasted. So pilot study gives you a chance to check the reliability of your questionnaire, even if the questions are adopted and adapted. Is pilot study clear to you? It's a way to check the reliability. Only 30 samples will be taken. You will check the data and check the cron batch alpha. If it is more than 0.6, good to go. Circulate all the other questionnaires as well. But if it is less than 0.6, you need to change some questions in your questionnaire. Then again, you will do the pilot study, not the whole thing for 30 samples. Is it clear? Is this point clear? Yes. So remember, pilot study is very important. Someone will say, okay, let's say you have questions. If I am looking at your research, I will say, okay, you have a questionnaire. You will tell me that, yes, the questions are adopted and adapted. This is a very good thing. But maybe someone will say, we have created new questions, developed new questions. Then the person will say, what is the reliability? So if you have done the pilot study, if the reliability is more than 0.6, that's good. That means whatever questions you have made, they are reliable questions. They are reliable questions. So this pilot study is very important for increasing the reliability of your questionnaire. Remember, if you have checked for 30 samples, your reliability and it is more than 0.6, remember, definitely when you will do it for 300 samples, the reliability will be more than 0.6. I'm not telling you the statistical reason, I'm just putting it in a simple word. So you will be confident that if for a pilot study, the reliability was high, then for your whole survey of 300 or 250, whatever is your sample size, the reliability will remain high. You don't need to worry them. Okay, so this point is clear to you. Okay, there is another issue which is given in your slides. I am finishing. Just last point is there, which is very simple. Maybe I will not ask you in this in your quiz. But the last issue is about response rate. Okay, so you have a questionnaire. Response rate means you will give it to someone. Some people will fill it, some people will not fill it. But when you are doing face-to-face, in your slides, it is written face-to-face interview. It is not interview. It is just face-to-face. Face-to-face means I will come to you with my questionnaire and I will say this is about my research study. So please fill it and I will brief you. In face-to-face, your chances of getting high response rate is very high because only some people will say sorry. Most of the people, they will fill it. Okay, this is a technique which I am telling you. You should know it for your future research purposes. And the other thing is internet. Another source is internet. On internet, now most of the people, they make Google Forms. In Gmail, you can make Google Forms. So whatever is your questionnaire, you can develop it on Google Forms. Inshallah, at the end of this course, for your understanding, I will develop one questionnaire. Same questionnaire which is on the paper, we will make it in the Google Forms. You can do it in the same way. And you can send a link to someone. You can send a link to someone. And the person will click the link and he can fill the questionnaire and send it back to you. Now, in internet, maybe your response rate is low. Maybe you have sent a link to 100 people and only 50 or 40 people will fill it. Okay, this is possible. So the best way is face-to-face, but sometimes let's say your study is about issues of students in cash colleges. So there are 6 cash colleges. Can you conduct face-to-face questionnaire in all the 6 colleges? No. Maybe you are in Sur, so you can do it in Sur, or maybe in the nearby city. Maybe you cannot go to Sohar, you cannot go to Rustaq or Nizwa. So what will you do? You will use Google Forms, internet, but the response rate could become less. This is a reality. This is a reality. So you should know that there are 2 important ways. Now there is no telephone. This is given in the slide. You do not ask anyone or you call anyone to interview for on the telephone. You will fill the questionnaire. And post is also not there. Post, yeah, sometimes people will send the hard copy of the questionnaire through post as well. But the most common ones are face-to-face, that means directly, and the Google Forms or email. So Google Forms are very common. Sometimes people use, maybe some of you may have used SurveyMonkey. SurveyMonkey is also like Google Forms. So you make that on the form and just send the link. Is this clear? So you should know about reliability of a questionnaire. You should know about the types of questions which can be asked, and the issue of response rate. Response rate issue is there. It is there. Face-to-face is the best option, but Google Forms or email is also very famous now. Is this point clear? Is it clear what we have studied today? If it is clear, then I will show you one questionnaire for your understanding. Okay, so let me stop sharing the slide. Let me just show you a questionnaire. This questionnaire, I'm not saying this is a good questionnaire, but it will help you in understanding the questionnaire. So let me show you the questionnaire. Okay, now you can see a questionnaire. Let me quickly go through it. Okay, these 2 or 3 lines are very important to write. It would introduce the respondent that what is this research about? Dear respondent, I, the name of the student, Sayyid Qasif Hussain, student of some university, am conducting this research for my, you will call it for your bachelor report. The purpose of this questionnaire is to get data for the identification of brand switching factors. So this is a variable in his research in the light of soft issues which have an impact on buying behavior. Buying behavior is his topic, impact on buying behavior. The results of this questionnaire would solely be used for educational purposes. These are the lines which we normally write. And see, there is no name of the respondent. You will not ask the name of the respondent. Your questionnaire is always anonymous. Anonymous means no name. Don't ask anybody to write his name. Okay, the first part is the demographics. What is your age? What is your gender? And the options are there. These are close-ended questions, right? Quickly tell me in a minute, should I put demographics at the start or at the end of a questionnaire? What do you think? Which practice is good? Should we put demographics at the start or at the end? Very good. Very good. We should put it at the end. Let me tell you the reason. Let me tell you the reason. The reason is there is a research, many research, which says that if you give your questionnaire to a respondent, he is interested in filling your questionnaire for only 4 to 5 minutes. So that means you should make your questionnaire as concise as possible. Don't make it for 4 or 5 pages. No one will be interested. No one will be interested in filling 4 to 5 pages. And other thing is, the person will be only interested or curious about your research for 4 or 5 minutes. So you must ask the important questions first. Now, if you put demographics at the start, he will fill it carefully And when he comes to your questions, he will become disinterested and he will just be doing it non-seriously. Okay. But if you put demographics at the end, what will happen? He will take more interest in your questions, and when he comes to demographics, even then he will not give you wrong information. If I am male, I will never take female. If my education is PhD, even if I am not interested, I will not put bachelor's there or master's there. If my income is 1000 real, I will not put 800 real. So even then, demographics will be correct, even if it is at the end. Why? Because you never lie about the facts about yourself. Do you get my point? So even then, if you are not interested in the questionnaire anymore, you will not give the wrong demographic. You will not tell that you are female when you are male, right? You will not tell wrong education, even if you are not interested in it. So that is why put it at the end. Good. So this is a problem with this questionnaire. This questionnaire, the demographics are at the start. Then he has given the Likert scale. See this Likert scale. This is not ranking. The wording is wrong. This is not ranking. This is a Likert scale. So you can write it like this. Rank means just choose one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One means agree. Why did he put numbers here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because it is difficult to write every time strongly agree, disagree. So just give them one number, and in the place of questions, after that, just put those numbers. It becomes easy. Think about it. You have to write strongly agree, disagree, neutral, agree, strongly agree every time. Or instead of it, you have to just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after every question. Which one is easy? So just give the scale and then just give the numbers. It is same. You are using the Likert scale, but you make it easy, convenient for yourself. So this is a good thing in this one, which I wanted to tell you. And brand switching is one variable, which has how many questions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, adopted questions and adapted as well. So taken from some other research, and maybe he has changed the wording of some questions. Look, price consciousness is another variable or factor which has 3 questions only. Then taste is another variable for his research which has 3 questions. You can have 2 questions, you can have 3 questions, even you can have 1 question in one variable. Okay. And for buying behavior, he is asking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 type of a ranking or indication. So these are, I would suggest not to use this one. This one is not good. This one is good. The Likert scale and the multiple choice question. Is it clear? I just show you the questionnaire. Okay, for your understanding, for your convenience, I will put this questionnaire on the blackboard as well and send the announcement today, inshallah. In your midterm, Muhammad Said, I will give you a research problem. You have to make research objectives or research questions from it. Or I will give you some topic. I will ask you whether this topic has some problem or not. You need to see the topic and tell whether there is some issue with it or not. So these type of conceptual questions will come. No, Yusra, don't only write the topic. Put some lines there as well. Only your topic has the marks, because this is to give you easy marks, that research topic. This is a part of your research report thing. So put some detail. Just don't put the topic only. Just put some detail as well. Close or open source? What does it mean? Your camera will be open because of the guidelines from the ministry, but it is up to you what you are doing. I'm not concerned because this is a conceptual paper. It doesn't matter if you are taking some help from some material, no problem. No definition will come. That is what I'm telling. Even if you open some unit or slide, how can I know? I cannot know that. So no need to ask me about this thing. Even if your camera is open, if the slides are open with you, no problem, because I cannot see that. 2, 3, 4, and 5A. Unit 2, 3. There is nothing in that. You just need, if you have taken the classes, the conceptual paper will be okay with you. Unit 2, 3, 4, and 5A, not 5. Okay. Even if I have to ask you about a sample size, I will give you the chart on the paper. Yeah. If I have to ask you something about sampling, sample size, let's say, I will give you the chart so you can see the chart and think about it. Okay. So be careful about the concept. 5A, I just told, don't use unit 5. Unit 5A is this one which I have completed right now. Questionnaire.
Doctor,
Yes.
is my voice clear to you?
Yeah, your voice is clear.
Regarding the assignment, column number 2, the authors. Do you need the authors as we write them in the reference, or the way that we write them inside the in-text, or just cut and paste from the website?
You can copy the text from those papers if you find the research problem, or you can find the research problem, research question. You can just copy it from the research paper and put it in the assignment. Okay, so there is no plagiarism test for it. But your research paper, 3 research papers for assignment 1 should be different from your friend's 3 papers, not the same one. Your 3 papers cannot be same. Topic can be same, but the papers will be different. Is this what you were asking?
No, doctor. I meant the authors in column 2.
Yeah, you need to put that. So there is some detail about the authors, so you need to put that.
Yes, but Lala, I meant how we write the authors. Do you want us to write them as we write them in the reference, like
Yes.
the last name and
Yes.
like that?
Yes, yes, like a reference.
Oh,
Our midterm will be for in the class, which is 2 hours, but the midterm will be for 1 hour, so you will feel easy. So we are not time barred for it. That is why it will be for. It will be on for section 40. I think it will be on section 40. Yeah, Thursday, next Thursday. I told you before. Next Thursday for section 40. This day, same time. Same day, same time. You will be having this. Yeah, it will be separate. I think I will send 2 links at that time for boys and girls, but it doesn't matter. I don't think so it will make any difference, but it is the guideline. So I will send 2 separate links. Today is 3rd. Ahmad Hamdoon. Let me stop recording. Sorry.